Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you guys are new here. So for today's video, I'm kind of surprised by this one, but we're going to be reviewing the new Natasha Denona Retro Glam palette. Now the reason why I'm surprised is because I don't know how I feel about it. It's not necessarily a color scheme I typically go for, but I wanted to try it out. I got it on the last day of the sale and I did pay for express shipping, so that's why I got it today. So I'm here to let you guys know whether I think it's worth it. Is the formula really good? And should you save your money? So you guys want to know all that, plus what type of eye look I create, well then definitely keep watching. Alrighty guys, so I know you guys have been asking me, and this is the reason why I've been so quiet on social media, because I have been so busy at the hospital, but my best friend officially gave birth last night around 11 o'clock to a healthy baby boy. He is 7 pounds, 3 ounces. I have not seen him yet. I'm actually going to be going to the hospital right after I get done filming this video. So once again, you guys are going to see this video pretty late at night tonight. So by the time you guys see this, hello, good evening. But I am just so excited to finally go meet him. I did get to see tons of photos. I got to see when her 2 older sons got to meet him, and I'm so excited. So with that said, guys, we're gonna go ahead and just dive straight on in. So this is the new Natasha Denona Retro Glam palette, and this actually does retail for $68. I picked it up on Monday, the last day of the Sephora BIB sale, so I did save 20% off this purchase, but I did pay for express shipping, so I still spent about 70 bucks because I paid for express shipping. Otherwise it would have been like $55 and some change. Now you guys know this is typically not a color scheme for me. Let's take a look at it. So here's the new Natasha Denona Retro Glam palette. Now this is a very, very cool tone eyeshadow palette with lots of muted greens and purples, and lots of muted greens and pinks, and some pops of color. But you guys know that this is typically a color scheme I typically do not go for. When I originally saw this, I was kind of like, ooh, you know, it's not the prettiest palette. Like I don't think it's pretty. Like I'm looking at it right now and I'm just kind of like, oh shit, I think I wasted my money. I don't think it's that pretty, but I really want to try out the formula because I really do love Natasha Denona's formula, and maybe we can create something beautiful out of this. Maybe I can try to formulate something out of this. I'm not entirely sure. I just bought it because, well, I wanted to do a review on it for you guys. I told you I still want to branch out and try more like luxurious things, so that's what we're doing. So I'm gonna go ahead, we're gonna swatch this, we're gonna zoom you guys in, and I'm gonna see if I just made a mistake on buying this. Okay, so I thought I'd zoom you in for this. So the very first row, we have the shade Flare, Jazzy, Oscar, Evergreen, and Marilyn right here. I think this is probably the prettiest shade out of the row right there. I can definitely see myself working with this. It's a mint green. I absolutely do love mint greens, so hopefully this can like spark some sort of creative side of me to create a pretty look. I don't know. I'm like so hesitant, y'all. I'm just staring at going, I don't know what to do. So let me go ahead and swatch the next row. All right, so then we have Maxie, Sage, Holly, Fringe, and Faye right there. Not looking too promising. Okay, in this last row, we have some 2 promising shades. We have Flutter, absolutely gorgeous. Lucy, Paddlin, I don't know if I'm saying that right, but another gorgeous shade. Belle, and Oz right there. So those are all the swatches. So let me quickly just do my brows. We're going to come back and try to do an eye look because I genuinely have no idea what to do. Like I'm kind of stumped on this one. Oh. Okay, so we're going to do 2 different eye looks because I literally don't know how to make a really pretty eye look using this. So first we're going to go into is the shade Flutter right here. We're going to kind of do pinkies and we're going to do greens on the other side. Y'all, it has been a hectic 2 days. One, I did not even fucking know that a hurricane was coming to us until Monday night when the Weather Channel was like, hey, Nicole's coming your way. And I was like, Nicole who? Like what? What are you talking about? I had no clue. The way that Florida is panicking right now is just insane. And the reason why I say that is because I've lived through multiple hurricanes my entire life. Right now, I think it's still just a tropical storm. So all the Starbuckses, like all the Starbuckses have completely shut down. Publix was so jam-packed of people buying stuff. But what made me laugh is that when I saw that Starbucks was closed down, there was literally signs all over the door that said closed due to weather. Not even freaking kidding you. there was a line of 15 cars at the drive-thru just sitting there waiting. I'm like, y'all are idiots. Like, the store says it's closed. So then, like I said, Publix was completely jam-packed. Like, literally everyone is panicking right now. And I don't know why. Because, I mean, I get it, but, like, I don't get it at the same time because Disney's still open. Like, you know, if Disney's still open, Disney's still supposed to be open tomorrow. And there's been no updates. If they're still open, I don't think you have really anything to panic about. But people are panicking right now. It's just truly, truly wild and insane to me. I think for the next color, we'll go into this shade right here. Even though it's not exactly like pinky, we're just sort of going to go into it. It's still just like absolutely just like I said, wild to me. And I can't judge anyone for it. Like, I get it. But not only am I dealing with that because I had no clue, but it has been pouring rain all day yesterday, all day today. I literally came home because, like I said, I was at the hospital for, I don't know, like 8 hours at the hospital for yesterday, and I had 5 packages sitting outside. I had no idea I was getting mail, and all my boxes were completely soaked. I mean, like completely soaked. And I was like, awesome. Thank God nothing looked damaged on the inside, at least that I saw, but everything was completely soaked and ruined. So I was like, the box is completely soaked and ruined. So I was like, okay, cool. So glad I have to deal with that. So then on top of that, because it was raining so bad yesterday, I went to the hospital. I'm gonna go into the shade Belle right here. And up until Alyssa got 4 centimeters dilated, we were just in like a room before she went down to the delivery room. So I was starving. So I ended up going down to the cafeteria by myself so I can eat. And first off, be proud of me because I like never go anywhere by myself. I don't know. I'm not comfortable with it. God, there is so much kick up in this pan. Like, there's literally so much kick up. Anyway, I'm not comfortable going anywhere by myself. I never have been. And I've been trying to get used to it. So I went to the cafeteria by myself yesterday and I ate. I went to the salad bar, made myself a salad, got some chips, got cookies. And I sat there and I ate my food all by myself on my phone, brought my book, and I was so proud of me. I was like, oh my God, who is she eating by herself? Look how much kick-ups in the pan. I was like, who is she eating by herself right now? Like, I was so proud. Even Corey's like, wow, I'm proud of you. I was like, I know, right? Like, look at me. I'm getting like my big girl panties. I'm like eating by myself. But yeah, she did really, really well. She definitely got an epidural, but let me tell you, I must be a great friend to have when I'm in that room, because like when the nurse came in to like, you know, feel how many centimeters she was dilated, I was just like I'm in the background just like holding her hand like, oh, you poor vagina. Like I was like literally like I just want to apologize to her. I felt so bad, you know, because I know that she's already in pain. She didn't get an epidural until she was, I don't know, probably like 7 centimeters dilated when she got an epidural. And I was like, you poor thing, like my, you know, girly was like hurting for her. I was like, oh, my poor bestie. But she did really, really well. I'm going to shade Holly right here to see if I can like, I don't know, there's just not another like pinky, like shimmer shade like there is with the green. See if I can like buff this out. What if I try Oscar right here? No. Okay, what if I try Flare right here? Yeah, I'm not feeling that. Okay, we're going to try doing green. There's like a lot more green options in here than really is there pink. So we're going to try this again. We're going to go into the shade Sage and we're going to work it from our outer V to our inner corner. Anyway, yesterday was a good time. I was so happy for her, but I'm not gonna lie. I literally said to Alyssa when we were at the hospital yesterday, I was like, this makes me want to watch Grey's Anatomy again. And she's like, I've already been rewatching it. And Corey like literally is like rolling his eyes at me because I'm not kidding. It's Grey's Anatomy or Gossip Girl. I watch one or the other every year. I switch off. And last year I watched Gossip Girl. So I'm like, you know what? It is time. And he's like, how do you still watch the same show over and over and over again? Like, you know what's going to happen. And I'm like, because by the time you get to the end of the series, you forgot what happened in the beginning of the series, okay? And I didn't watch last season because I'm kind of over the show. I feel like the show can kind of politely end at this point. But just being at the hospital just makes me like want to watch it so bad. I don't know why. I just want to like start to rewatch it. So I think that's what I'm going to do this weekend, is start to rewatch the show, because why not? It's such a fantastic show. But they do need to end it soon though, because I feel like they are really kind of like milking it too long. There is so much kick up. Okay, watch. All right, now I'm gonna go into Sage Shade to kind of blend that out. Now I will say, because I know I'm kind of talking shit about this palette, the formula is working nicely. Like the formula is working nicely. Like I can't knock the formula. The mattes that I'm playing with so far, they actually are pigmented. And yes, they're pastels. So you guys know the pastels don't necessarily work the best. They are kind of like blending themselves away just slightly, but they're laying down that color, and the shimmers do feel really nice. I just personally think that this color scheme may not necessarily be for me. I feel like that's my issue, is that I got something that's not necessarily meant for me. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like that's where I'm kind of having the struggle here. So I'm going to take this shade one more time. We're going to put that in the inner corner. It's a really pretty shade, by the way. Just kind of stamp this right here. Then I'm going to go into the shade Marlin right next to that. Place that right. This one feels like it's kind of hard pan just a little bit. Okay, so all right guys, I'm kind of stumped. So I'm just gonna throw on some mascara, put my foundation and everything on, and then I'm gonna come back to the under eyes together and give you guys kind of a thoughts on this palette. So I'll be right back. Okay, so to finish off the eye look, we're gonna go back into that shade Belle right here, and we're gonna start to blend that out underneath the waterline. I will say I don't hate the eye look. Like I really don't hate it. Like the shades are blending out rather nicely. Like it's really beautiful, and it's so soft and so effortless that it makes laying down shadow like it makes laying down shadow very easily, and it just kind of like is blending out very softly on its own. We're gonna go into the shade Sage right here for this side. So I do really enjoy that aspect, where it's making it really easy to create a very soft, like soft filtered eye look. Like that's kind of like how I'm feeling it. It was like soft filtered and looking very effortless, and something that you can do like kind of like on the go as well, because like it's so like virtually blurred. Like look how easy that was. So I'm gonna quickly throw on some mascara, my lips. We're gonna come back and I'll give you guys my final thoughts on this. All right, and this is the final look. So what do we think? Well, for starters, I don't hate my eye looks. I don't. I think they're very soft, beautiful, everyday neutral eye looks. You guys can literally wear these looks every single day, especially this pink one. It took less than 5 minutes to do. This is the type of like look that you can just wear every single day. You can wear on date nights. You guys can do whatever you guys want with these looks. I think it's really beautiful, very effortless, and I really do like how it came out. I will say they're not my favorite looks by any means. Like they're just not. But I do think that they're pretty for what they are. Now here we have the Natasha Denona Retro Glam palette. Now while I will say the formula in here is nice, it's a really nice formula. The mattes are pretty pigmented, but they did blend out very beautifully. They kind of blended out like almost like a blurred effect for how easy and soft they were to blend out. But there's definitely a lot of kick up in the pan, a lot of kick up, and definitely some fallout on the face. And then when it comes to the shimmers, while they're not the type of formula that I usually love, I do think they're beautiful for what they are. These are the type of shimmers that are not going to be exactly necessarily eye-catching, but they're going to be the type of shimmer that looks beautiful on your lid all day. It's going to last all day, and I do think it's beautiful, and I think it can complement any sort of eye look that you guys have. Now, personally for me, now this is my personal opinion, I'm not a fan of the palette, and the only reason why is because I am just very much into colors. I'm a huge color whore, you guys know that, but I've definitely been enjoying my neutrals a lot lately this past year, but this is just one of those palettes that just isn't for me. I do like cool tones, but it depends on the type of cool tone, and these are the type of cool tone colors that I just don't gravitate to. We don't vibe, we're not mixing, and I just like to have more variety in a palette, more variation, more colors, more pops. That's just what I look for in terms of palettes. So while I will say the formula is really nice, I'm not knocking the formula or whatnot, the palette's just personally not for me. But I know some people out there probably love the color scheme, because it is one of those color schemes that could be a staple in so many people's collection. It's just not going to be a staple in mine. I knew that kind of going in, I knew that going into this review and buying this palette, this is technically a palette that I typically would never have bought if I wasn't a makeup review channel. But because I'm a makeup review channel, I decided to pick this up. Otherwise, I would have passed on this. So I'm not knocking the palette. I'm not knocking anybody who wants to get it. I'm just saying, personally, for me, it's not my favorite palette. I'm not the biggest fan of this palette, but I do like the formula, and I can definitely see myself picking out a very few shades. And I can definitely see myself picking this palette up to pick out a few shades to create an eye look using like 1 or 2 of these shades and then going into other palettes to complement it. Like, that's part of what I would do to utilize this palette. But yeah, it's not for me. It's just not for me. I don't know. I wanted more, but you know what? It's a retro glam. I get why it's the color scheme. It's just not for me. So at least I bought it so you guys, so that you didn't have to. I know so many of you guys love color just as much as me. So if you guys love color, this probably won't be the palette for you. But if you love cool tones, you love Natasha Denona, and you love the color scheme, you guys will absolutely enjoy the formula in this. So that is it for today's video, guys. I really do hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully I'll be here tomorrow. It kind of depends on the weather. It's pouring rain right now. It's been off and on. This thing's supposed to hit us like tonight, tomorrow. I don't know. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't fully been paying attention because I've been at the hospital for the last 2 days, so I have not been paying attention. But yeah, I will definitely keep you guys up to date. I should be filming tomorrow, but I'll let you guys know. But yeah, guys, that is it for today's video, guys. If you guys enjoyed it, please make sure, guys, give this video a cheeky thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you guys have not already. So I do post 4 to 5 videos a week. Make sure you guys head over to my other channels, Art for Life, where you guys get to see my cool, wonderful adventures, my amazing husband, Corey. I almost like glitched on my words. And the biggest thank you goes to these beautiful, wonderful Patreon members you guys see right here. Thank you guys so much for everything. And to my subscribers and viewers, thank you guys so much for being here. Whether you guys like this video, you guys thumbs down this video, you guys subscribe, you guys did not subscribe, either way, thank you guys so much for being here. I love and appreciate each and every single one of you. So with that said, guys, I love you, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.